Alright, Sue, we are back in the studio.
Yes, we are.
With our dear friend, Rebecca Sandulak. Welcome back to town.
Hi.
Right,
Thanks.
right.
And Finn.
And little Finn.
Finn.
Who's a talker. He just hasn't shut up yet.
Yeah.
Right? Right? There you are.
Yes.
There you are. So strong. So strong.
Are you gonna smile for Tim? No.
No.
No, he's like, I'm
Just
totally
don't
gonna
cry. Just don't cry.
So, obviously you've been up to stuff.
So I've had a second kid since your Guinness World Record breaking event extravaganza festival 2 years ago. Weird to say. 2 years ago.
Quite a long description there.
That was a really long description, but it was a long event that you guys did. So
48
That's
hours.
pretty wild.
yeah, yeah.
Right? Right?
And you guys have some food to eat.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
But
Yeah.
what's the story behind the food?
The story behind the food? Okay, well, I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 3 years now, as you guys know. You met my first son at the zoo when I
Yeah.
was pregnant
That's
with him, and then on your show 2 years ago, and now I've got this little guy. So it's really hard to get to set and
I
to
bet.
commit to production hours right now. I wish I could, but I can't. But I cook every day, and I'm making a lot of food that's kind of getting some attention.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is good.
And you guys get to eat some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wait.
should. Well,
I hope
it's still warm because
Mhm.
it's not as fresh as I would like it to
So
be.
we have
I
like
hope
a
it tastes
cream
good.
of broccoli and beet on beet.
Yeah, so there's one cream of broccoli
Uh-huh.
pierogi for you guys to try, which is not Tim's favorite. So
It's
if
not.
Tim's likes this, then
Golden.
we've got a good thing going on. Let's see.
Because everybody will tell you broccoli and I are not friends.
A lot of people don't like broccoli. That's not unusual. I love
Okay, but
broccoli.
He
there's
doesn't really
broccoli
like
taste.
any vegetable or...
Any vegetable.
Beans,
So,
carrots, potatoes, I love them. Corn,
okay.
huge corn fan. Beets, beets.
When you got those. So the broccoli's from my garden, the beets
Mhm.
are from my garden, the potatoes are, some of them are from Reed's Reed's Farm Market in Mono Mills. I would say mono because I felt like mono. I know, and I'm not from there. Apparently if you're from there, it's mono.
Okay, this is just putting
What?
me in mind of
Okay, sorry. You guys are eating.
at work. My coworker and I are listening to this podcast on a regular basis called Mike and Tom Eat Snacks.
Okay.
And now I feel like I'm on that show now.
Do you? I've never heard that show. So,
It's hilarious.
do you think Mike and Tom would approve of these pierogies
Well, they're
based
not
upon?
snacks.
They-
More,
mm,
so, I mean, you
could
could
be a
argue
snack.
for them to be snacks, but
Well,
I will
you
say...
can make a dessert pierogi, so it could be a snack.
Oh.
But this is more of a, delectable.
I will
comfort
say, though,
food.
not being a broccoli fan, you can taste the broccoli.
But it's not
but
overwhelming.
it's not overwhelming, yeah. It's really good.
Exactly, that was
Yeah.
kind of my trick.
It doesn't, push its way down your gullet and say, eat me!
It's more pierogi than bam,
Yeah.
this is broccoli.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my goal.
Surprise,
Because
yeah.
a lot of people will make a pierogi and be like, oh, well, this is a broccoli cheddar, and it's just like a straight up potato
Yeah.
cheese
Yeah.
pierogi with like broccoli dumped on top
Mhm.
with cheese, which
But this is yeah.
great too, but
No, that's really
I
good.
actually mix the broccoli in with the dough, not with the potato filling. That
Oh,
was
Gotta be
see?
it. Yeah.
You see
Nice,
that?
smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you doing it-
So there's the trick.
Now, there's
I'm
rumors
enjoying
of,
the
like,
consistency of them.
Yeah,
The
do you like
crispy
that?
outside.
Yeah.
And there's a pop-up coming for this?
I do have a pop-up. I'm in 2 weeks from today. Well, I guess this airs on Monday, so sorry, viewers. I'm misleading everyone. It is currently a Saturday, October 30th, and you'll be streaming this on a different date, though. I understand,
Yeah, I should
right?
be able to get it up by Monday.
By Monday? Okay. So,
Mm.
on Saturday the 12th of November, I'm going to be doing a pierogi pop-up at a cafe at Spadina and DuPont.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
so not that far away.
Not that far away. It's here in Toronto. It's
Mm.
the cafe is called Apokichi, which is it's actually a Japanese rice ball cafe.
Okay.
Oh, right on.
Traditionally, yeah. And two women, Jess and Fumi, who own it, have welcomed me in for the opportunity to sell pierogies and introduce them to the Toronto community with
Cool.
what I'm doing. There are obviously a lot of pierogies in Toronto.
There are.
Great Polish
Especially in
and
my end of
Ukrainian.
it.
Yeah, you're in Ronci, so that's
Yeah, exactly.
those are my
So,
people.
as an
Yeah.
authority on pierogies, here's
Exactly.
what I can say.
Yeah. So
Which, by the way, beet is very nice.
The beet one is
like
pretty
it.
fun. The beet one.
There's
has-
I almost got like, in the first bite I got like almost an earthy taste of a beet.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of combined with the potato, which is always good.
Of course. Who doesn't love potato?
Yeah.
Exactly. Brody loves them.
I could eat
Yeah.
a
In
full
French
plate
fry
of
form.
these easily.
Yeah. Pardon me?
A full plate of these easily I could eat. Yeah.
Yeah. So well, that's more your Steve's. The
Although
beet.
if you threw in a broccoli one, I wouldn't flinch now. I'd be like, yeah, all right.
So you just ate broccoli like a big boy.
Like a big boy.
Like a big boy.
My sweetie will be so proud.
Yes,
And
you
you didn't even
will.
notice.
Yeah. See.
If you hadn't known that there was broccoli.
Oh no,
Well, you
I
would've,
would- yeah.
but
You
yeah.
can taste it, but again, it's not overpowering. And what you said about the beet is a similar review I've heard from other people.
Yeah.
That it's beety, but it's not like, oh, this is
Yeah,
too
it
much.
just doesn't
You know,
hit you over the head with it. It's
Yeah.
there to kind of
it's just
cheese you with it.
it's a nice addition to the traditional pierogi.
Mhm.
It's like kind of like a supercharged
Yeah.
pierogi, I guess.
Because I
you
mean,
could
when you say pierogi to me, I think I'm very basic with my pierogies. I like
Mhm.
pierogi, and if you want to throw a little bacon in there, that's good.
Yep.
I like the cheese pierogies, and that's good. And not to speak ill of Roncesvalles, because I love Roncesvalles, but every time I go for pierogies, they're like slather all the stuff on top of it, like onions and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need that.
You don't need
I
that.
just want
I
the
agree.
potato.
Yeah, I agree. And I've never been a fan of the onion slathered on
Right.
pierogi either.
Or
So that's
yeah.
why I don't do it with my own. I don't mind like a little crispy ones maybe added in,
Mhm.
and there's onions in the filling. See, he's mesmerized. He's 5 months today, and he can't eat solids for another month.
Oh, buddy.
But one
Just
day,
you wait.
you've had the pierogies in different form, in breast milk.
Mm.
So it's okay. Yeah.
So okay, so your
So-
pop-up is it just for the one day? Or?
It's just for the one day right now, but good news, there's a second pop-up in the works here in Toronto, which is closer to where
Okay.
you are. The first one's closer to where Sue is, the second one's closer to where you are.
Okay.
And it's going to be on College, and I'll tell you more about the location and everything as it's going to be decided.
Excellent.
But I'll say there is a film connection. The owner of the second
Oh.
pop-up location is actually...
Nice.
Yeah, she's a camera sister of mine who's
Always
currently
good.
working in the community and has a business as well where we're working something out. So it's very
I love that
exciting.
it's all like lady powered too.
Well,
Right.
and that's the
So
thing,
far.
like, you know, the film world, well, you know, a lot of industry is male dominated. I worked very much in a male dominated community in the camera department for years. Even
And now at
producing.
home?
Now at home with 2 sons and a male dog even. And
He's barely male though. I mean, he's
Yeah.
handsome, but he's not really the dominant.
It's true. It's true. It's
Overpoweringly
true. No, he's
masculine.
He isn't a masculine dog in any respect. It's true.
Oh, good.
But yeah, and I was just discussing this with a friend recently. How, you know, in like the kitchen world, you know, at home you would associate it with the woman.
Yeah.
But in the professional world,
Professional world.
it's men, and it's fun for me that, you know, these places that are welcoming me in are female based already. There is a man who's also involved. There's men, of course, everywhere. I love men too. But
keep showing
it's
up.
cool. It's cool to have this sisterhood
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
for all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And they even have pop-ups. There's things in the works for one in Harlem, one back home in Winnipeg.
Wow.
We're going to go back there. So, you know, we'll see. You know, maybe just pop up all over the world
Mhm.
with special pierogies for people. And working with the local growers and that sort of
Which
thing.
is key. I love that.
That's really
Yeah.
important. These pierogies that you guys just had were made with vegetables from my garden, cheese from the Cheese Boutique. So I like to work with local
Oh, the cheese
businesses.
boutique.
Yeah. The best. And then, you know, local farmers like Reed's Potatoes. There's, you know, I'm going to be relocating up to Caledon next week, actually. Yeah, just a little bit further north, but I'm going to be living right next to a dairy farm and
Oh,
next to an
nice.
organic farm, so I'm going to be opening up my relationships with farmers so that I can truly embrace that farm-to-table
Yeah.
local community
Now,
that much more.
Are you chronicling this in any way? Is there like a constant Twitter feed, or is there Instagram? Are you running a blog?
There's definitely
Well,
an Instagram.
there's definitely an Instagram. Yeah, I started so my personal Instagram page where I would always post my photography or kids photos, lots of kids photos these days. I found that when I was posting a lot of food things on there, and people like my cousin were unfollowing me, and I was like, hey, cousin Johnny, like, come on, like, what's up with that? So I was like, maybe I'll just start a separate thing just for food, because that's a pretty specific audience.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I can keep it public because my personal page, because of all the kids, I don't keep it
This is
as
true,
open. So, although obviously he's on camera right now. So, but I just, it's not, that's about food, not about my kids. So, so what I've done, although they are such a part of my life, right? You're everything.
And
so
one broke a Guinness World Record.
One broke a Guinness World Record. My kids are part of like a legendary scene here in Toronto already, so I'm quite tickled about that. But anyway, I started this Instagram page called Ma Dough because my son always calls me Mama, and I always work with dough, and I ain't got my dough, so I figured I'd,
I got my dough.
Page, yeah, exactly. So I started this page just kind of as a cheeky handle, and that's where I've been posting a lot of, all my food-related projects. So people can follow me there, and I'm happy to have, not so much quantity, but I've got some quality followers, like different chefs from around the world. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. It's a great little community. And, well, it's not a little community, it's a huge community. And for me, I love to tell stories. I love to be on set. I always love that community. And there's an architect who talks about the dining room being the last great stage of our life. We're the last great stage for our dramas to play out. And for me, to be able to do that at home with my kids and to share that with the world is kind of a beautiful balance of everything.
Totally.
I'm not hanging up my cameras. I'm not leaving that, but it's just a balance of everything, and to allow me to be close to my kids and engage with really great people, including
really good food.
and make fun food, good food. Was it okay?
Okay.
You guys ate all of it?
I not to lick
I
the
didn't
plate.
want.
I do when I eat them. I do. You
I was
can.
like scraping it onto the side of the plate.
You can lick the plate. Go for it.
Because I only had the 3, so I wanted to take my time and just enjoy them. Because I'm like, that's all there is until the pop up. So.
Well, until that pop up, or unless you guys
try to go over for dinner.
You guys come visit me on the farm, and we can, do we can record you guys having like a pierogi eating contest, because obviously you both do all right. You only had 4 there, and you didn't even flinch.
One-sided chewing.
Yeah, that's true, one-sided. So yeah, so it's been a lot of fun, and it's a new venture, and
one of your friends had suggested doing like a recipe book or something too, I think, right?
Well, because I've been posting so much over the last 2 years, so many people have said, when are you gonna have a cookbook? When are you gonna?
Because you could do all your own photography for it too.
Yeah, well, that's been
like
a huge advantage.
Woman army.
Yeah, it's pretty good that way. So yeah, many people from through my online community have suggested that. They've suggested that I start a restaurant, and right now I can't take on the responsibility of running a full restaurant. That's a lot. It's a huge commitment, and I really respect that commitment, and I'm not going to take that on. But I can take on doing cameo appearances at existing businesses, which helps promote them. It helps me kind of get things out into the community. It's working in certified kitchens, which is what you need in order to serve food to the population. Just keeping things legit.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now the place that you're doing, I've already forgotten the date. It's in 2 weeks today.
2 weeks today. So November the 12th from 12 until 4 p.m.
Right. And it's all I remember was Japanese rice. That's all I remember.
It's Japanese rice balling restaurant. Abokichi is the name of the spot. It's right at DuPont and Spadina. So just go to Casa Loma and go to Ma Dough or go to the Abokichi Life. That one's a little bit harder to remember. Ma Dough, go to my page and I'll be tagging them. And I tag their location on all my posts too, so that people can easily find out. And
is your GoFundMe page that we should
Oh
to?
yeah,
nice.
I forgot about that. Thank you, Sue. Someone's got my back. I started a GoFundMe page because I'm in a position where I needed to put together some support for this, and I come from the arts world of crowdfunding, so I made a goal of $20,000 just to, as for a seed funding goal. I've received about 20% of that now, So ideally, it would be great to see that goal. Oh,
Come here.
do you want to go see Tim?
Come on.
There you go.
Yeah.
We might be getting hungry, so we maybe have a shelf life on this go. But,
Buddy.
oh yeah.
Oh, there's the face.
He's trying to admire him. He's hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, get it all out, buddy. Get it all out, buddy. Oh. Yeah.
Like, it's not about getting it out, it's what I want in.
This is why I'm such a good parent.
There, we're gonna get it.
Buddy.
There we go.
There you go.
Everyone's happy.
He's like, oh my god, I'm dying. Okay.
I'll never live
There we
again.
go.
No.
Nothing can be
Yeah.
worse than this.
Yeah. You're okay, buddy.
Yeah, yes.
So yeah,
She's like, that's
what was I
a close
saying
one.
about that? So yeah, so I've received 20% of the funding, and it'd be great to see that complete, because then I can really move forward and go to those other cities and see where this takes me. It's day by day, moment by moment. That's the only way we can really live life. So
Yeah.
That's a good plan.
that's how I'm going with this, and just enjoying it, one pierogi at a time, if you will,
Or a plate of them at least.
or a plate of
At least
them.
a plate. Because these are really good.
Good.
And like I said, I would go back to the broccoli ones. Like, as long as you keep that nice combination where even the beets, because they weren't overpowering, you could tell they're there, and they taste good, but it doesn't drown out, for me, the potato.
Totally, and that's what the pierogi really
The
is.
important
And
thing
you don't
is
wanna
it's a pierogi.
You don't want to
Not a
take
beet.
exactly, and you don't want to take away from that classic vibe of it. Which I think with modern, like people with the whole like artisanal thing, they're going a little too crazy town.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
So it's keeping that traditional vibe, but
And you don't need to drown
amping
them
it
and
up.
stuff.
No.
Like
No.
their flavor on their own, and then
Yeah.
No, totally.
Exactly. Beautiful. It's like a seed, like there's so much beauty in one little seed. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that with one simple pierogi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me they're kind of like little works of art all on their own, like little edible art that kind of pop in your mouth or pop on your plate. And
Well, especially when you're doing different kinds, like the broccoli and then the beet, because there's different colors coming into play, and it would make for a really nice presentation, I'm thinking.
yeah,
See? I can
you can work on like any colors in nature. That's the beautiful thing, and
can make a
whatever's
fall
in
plate.
season. Yeah, whatever.
you can make a pride rainbow plate.
You
There you
can.
go.
Come July.
Yeah, or June, July.
June, July, yeah, I guess it's like,
It's like
end of
June is the whole
and
month
it
now,
is,
but
yeah, it
it's
goes
June.
over. Like, I always think Canada Day is like Pride, like,
Yeah.
time for me. Yeah,
It's all.
it's all there. It's all year long, really. Yeah, it doesn't end. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
that's about all I've got to say about that. It's a lot of fun, and
It's
it's delicious fun. Well, yeah, I've been eating, my last name's Sandulak. I've been eating pierogies a long time. A long time. This is my grandma's recipe, my mama's recipe. So it's, it's tried, tested, and true, but my version of their recipes. And,
you got time to play around and experiment.
yeah, and I was the kind of kid who would eat so many pierogies for breakfast, my mom would hide them on me. Like I would be banned, like no more, because I would eat her out of house and home. So, it's remarkable that my, I'm 6 feet tall. I think it all added. Like I probably would only be about 5 feet if I didn't eat so many pierogies. Yeah, the Ukrainian height kicked in with all those potatoes and beets.
That is awesome. Well, we would definitely make sure that when the Twitter feeds announce this on today and stuff, that Sue and I will be all over that, including that.
Awesome.
Especially when you're in my neighborhood, I definitely want to make sure I have time to get down there.
For sure. I
And
mean,
it's-
DuPont and Spadina.
That's not even so far.
DuPont.
For me. So.
Yeah. Now that Brangelina's over, let's start
Yeah.
DuPont.
Yeah, it's DuPont.
Yeah, it's not too far from
Nope.
you, but the other one is definitely closer,
Okay, cool.
and we're looking at end of October. That's today.
Yeah.
End of November.
Okay.
End of November. Yeah. Thank you for laughing.
And that's today.
Yeah, that's today, end of October.
And I'm
Even
late.
more so when you're watching.
Oh, no,
That'll be the very end. of
I said
October.
today was the 30th. Today's the 29th.
It is the 20th.
Oh yeah.
So that just goes to show that I really don't know what I'm saying with respect to dates.
Well,
Right
it's
now,
2016.
but It is
Yes, it is
2016. We're here. We're present.
Yep,
There
we're
we
in the
go.
mode.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't wait,
Awesome.
because I want more.
Thanks, guys. Well, I'm glad.
More, Finn. Like
What do you
now.
think? And you know what I learned? I was actually preparing myself for what questions you guys would have about movies and that sort of thing. You guys didn't ask me anything
But we
about
knew
that. We don't.
We're
Is there?
talking
Are there
food now.
any? I know, but are there any movies with pierogies in them that you can think of?
Ugh.
There's my question to you guys. That's something for you guys to do as a follow-up for this. The interview that turned into a question for you.
So the only food movie I've even seen recently was Chef. So.
Ah.
That was
I
the
saw
best
Jules and
pierogies.
Julia. She must have cooked pierogies at some point.
Does
She went through the whole.
Does she cook pierogies?
I don't know if she does,
I don't
actually.
know if she does. I've seen that one.
She might have
Yeah.
off screen, you know.
Well,
if it's
perhaps
in the
this
cookbook.
Perhaps this is the beginning of it. I wonder who's going to play Tim and Sue in the pierogi feature film.
Benedict
about-
Cumberbatch, obviously.
Yeah,
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Obviously. Perfect. Okay.
Perfect cast.
Thanks,
right there.
Jodie.
Great. Thanks, Jodie. We appreciate it.
Make
maybe
me look hot.
Maybe she'll direct it for us too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
there you
Do
go.
that.
Good
yeah.
plan.
Yeah. There we go.
Well,
There we
all
go.
right.
All right, guys.
Sounds good. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Make sure you follow all of us on Twitter and Instagram. Well, Instagram, because I'm not.
Nah.
on
Why
Instagram.
aren't you on
I
it?
just-
What's your
I find,
deal
I
with
find if I
that?
started looking at pictures, I would just get pulled down some kind of rabbit hole, and that's all I would be doing all the time.
Instagram's pretty good. I like it. I've been happy
I like
with
it because it lets me share pictures to Facebook and Twitter at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
I only need, it's one step.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't need to
that
bother
too.
with it
One-stop
anymore.
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might win me
There you
over then. That might win me over.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Fine.
you do it. I'll follow you if you do
Okay,
it.
well done.
So
I will do that.
That convinces you.
All right. So there you go. Facebook,
Oh,
Twitter.
no.
Follow us on iTunes so you can get every radio play that comes up. There's a new one up now. And
fun to
check
know.
out our Patreon page because we need support too.
Yeah. Patreon.com/themindreels.
Which is us.
Yay.
Your GoFundMe is under mostly pierogies.
Mostly
isn't it?
pierogies
Mm.
because that's not the name of the business or anything, but I mostly make
It's mostly
pierogies.
pierogies.
So I figured it was
So
pretty
that works.
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You know, keep it simple.
And the words sound good
obvious.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Who doesn't love mostly
Mostly
pierogies?
pierogies.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
And mostly pierogies and a lot of pizza. That's
Yeah.
how I roll at my house. Yeah.
That sounds ideal.
Exactly. They're lucky
Right.
kids.
Right?
Right?
I got the hiccups, guys.
Mm.
Guys, I got the hiccups though.
Rip that finger right off, buddy. Rip it off.
He's so happy right now.
Yep. He says this was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
My first.
Drunk off breast milk.
Oh, yeah. Woo-wee.
There you go.
Got my second wind.
Good stuff.
That is awesome.
Awesome. Yay, we did it.
That's good.